श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणाम् आकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः। यदक्षरं मदप्रश्नं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्य।
Just a recitation.
ॐ कौसल्या सुप्रजा रामपूर्वा सन्ध्या प्रवर्तते उत्तिष्ठ नरशार्दूला कर्तव्यं दैवमान्निकम्। कौसल्या सुप्रजा रामपूर्वा सन्ध्या प्रवर्तते उत्तिष्ठ नरशार्दूला कर्तव्यं दैवमान्निकम्। उत्तिष्ठ गोविन्द उत्तिष्ठ गरुडध्वज उत्तिष्ठ कमलाकान्त त्रैलोक्यं मङ्गलं कुरु। मातः समस्त जगतां मधुकैटभारे वक्षो विहारिणि मनोहर दिव्यमूर्ते श्री स्वामिनि सिद्धजन प्रियदानशीले श्री वेंकटेश दयिते तव सुप्रभातमरविन्दलोचने भवतु प्रसन्न मुखचन्द्रमण्डले विधिशङ्करेन्द्र वनिताभिरचिते वृषशैलनाथ दयिते दयानिधे अत्यादिसप्तऋषयः समुपस्य सन्ध्याम् आकाश सिन्धु कमलानि मनोहराणि आदाय पादयुगमच्चहितुं प्रपन्नाः शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्। पञ्चाननाब्जभवषण्मुखमासवाध्याः त्रैविक्रमाधिचरितं विबुधास्तवन्तेः भाषापति पठति वासर शुद्धिमारत् शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्। ईषत् प्रफुल्ल सरसीरुहनारिकेल पूगद्रुमादिसु मनोहर पालिकानाम् आवाति मन्धमनिलः सह दिव्यगन्धैः शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्। उन्मील्य नेत्रयुगमुत्तम पञ्जरस्थाः पात्रावशिष्ट कदलीफलपायसानि भुक्त्वा सलीलमतकेलिशुका पठन्ति शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्। तन्त्री प्रकर्ष मधुरस्वनया विपञ्च गायत्यनन्तचरितं तव नारदोऽपि भाषा समग्रमसत्करचाररम्यम् शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्। ब्रह्मावली च मकरन्दरसानुविद्ध जङ्कार गीत निनदै सह सेवनाय निर्यात्यपान्त सरसी कमलोदरेभ्यः शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्। योषाघणेन भरदग्नि विमत्यमाने घोषालयेषु दधिमन्थन तीव्र घोषाः क्रोशात्कलिं विदधते कुजश्च कुम्भाः शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्। पद्मेशमित्रशतपत्रगतालिवर्गाः अर्थं सेह्यं कुवलयस्य निजाङ्गलक्ष्म्याः भेरीनिनादमिव बिभ्रति तीव्रनादम् शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीमन्नभिस्तवरदा किल लोकबन्धो श्री श्रीनिवास जगदेकधयैक सिन्धो श्रीदेवतागृहभुजान्तर दिव्यमूर्ते श्री वेंकटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम्। श्री स्वामी पुष्करिणिका प्लव निर्मलाङ्घः श्रेयोत्तिनो हर विरिञ्चि सनन्दनाद्याः द्वारे वसन्ति भरवेत्र हतोत्तमाङ्घाः श्री वेंकटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम्। श्रीशेषशैलगरुडाचल वेङ्कटाद्रिनारायणाद्रिऋषभाद्रिऋषाद्रिमुख्याम् आख्यां त्वदीय वसतेरनिशं वदन्ति श्री वेंकटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम्। सेवा परा शिव सुरेश कृशानुधर्म रक्षाम्भुनाथ पवमान धनाधिनाथः बद्धाञ्जलि प्रबिलसन्निज शीर्षदेशः श्री वेंकटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम्। घाटी सुते विहराज मृगाधिराज नागाधिराज गजराज अयाधिराज स्वस्वाधिकार महिमाधिकमत्तयन्ते श्री वेंकटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम्। सूर्येन्दुभौम बुधवक्परिकाव्य सौरि स्वभानुकेतु धिवि सत्परिसत्प्रधानाः त्वद्भासदा सचरमावधिदासदासः श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम् त्वत्पादधूलिबलिसत्त्वरितोत्तमाङ्गाः स्वर्गापवर्गनिरपेक्षनिजान्तरङ्गाः कल्पाघमाकलनयाङ्कुलतां लभन्ते श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम् त्वद्गोपुराग्रशिखराणि निरीक्षमाणाः स्वर्गापवर्गपदवीं परमांसयन्तः मत्या मनुष्यभुवने मतिमाश्रयन्ते श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीभूमिनायक दयादिगुणामृताब्धे देवादिदेव जगदेक शरण्यमूर्ते श्रीमन्ननन्त गरुडाधिविरचिताङ्घ्रे श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीपद्मनाभ पुरुषोत्तम वासुदेव वैकुण्ठमाधव जनार्दन चक्रपाणे श्रीवत्स चिन्न शरणागत पारिजात श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम् कन्धर्पदर्पहर सुन्दर दिव्यमूर्ते कान्ताकुचाम्बर कट्मललोल दृष्टे कल्याण निर्मल गुणाकर दिव्यकीर्ते श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम् मीनाकृते कमटकोल नृसिंहवर्णिन् स्वामिन् परश्वतपोधन रामचन्द्र शेषांश राम यदुनन्दन कल्किरूप श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम् येलालवङ्गगनसार सुगन्धितीर्थम् दिव्यं वियत्सरितेम घटेषु पूर्णम् धृत्वाध्यवैधिकशिखामणयः प्रवृष्टाः तिष्ठन्ति वेङ्कटपते तव सुप्रभातम् भास्वानुदेति विकचानि सरोरुहाणि सम्पूरयन्ति निनदैककुबो विहङ्गाः श्रीवैष्णवाः समततमङ्गलास्थे धामाश्रयन्ति तव वेङ्कटसुप्रभातम् ब्रह्मादयः सुरवराः समहर्षयस्थे सन्तस्त्वनन्दन मुखास्त्वत योगिवर्याः धामान्तिके तव हि मङ्गलवस्तु हस्ताः श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम् लक्ष्मीनिवास निरवध्य गुणैक सिन्धो संसार सागर समुत्तरणैक सेतो वेदान्त वेद्य निज वैभव भक्त भोग्यः श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम् लक्ष्मीनिवास निरवध्य गुणैक सिन्धो संसार सागर समुत्तरणैक सेतो वेदान्त वेद्य निज वैभव भक्त भोग्य श्रीवेङ्कटाचलपते तव सुप्रभातम् इत्थं वृषाचलपतेर्य सुप्रभातम् ये मानवा प्रतिदिनं पठितुं प्रवृत्ताः तेषां प्रभातसमये स्मृतिरङ्गभाजाम् प्रज्ञां परार्थसुलभां परमां प्रसूतेः कमलाकुचोचुककुङ्कुमतो नियतारुणितातुलनीलतनो कमलायतलोचनलोकपते विजयी भव वेङ्कटशैलपथे कमलाकुचोचुककुङ्कुमतो नियतारुणितातुलनीलतनो कमलायतलोचनलोकपते विजयी भव वेङ्कटशैलपथे चतुर्मुख षण्मुख पञ्चमुख प्रमुखाखिल दैवतमौलिमणे शरणागत वत्सल सारनिधे परिपालय मां वृषशैलपथे अतिवेलतया तव दुर्विषहैरनुवेल कृतैरपराधशतैः भरितं त्वरितं वृषशैलपथे परया कृपया परिपाहि हरे अधिवेङ्कटशैलमुदारमते जनताभिमताधिकदानरतात् परदेवतया गदितान्निगमै कमलादयितान्न परं कलहे कलवेणुरवावशगोपवधूशतकोटिवृतास्मरकोटिसमात् प्रतिवल्लविकाभिमतात् सुखदात् वसुदेवसुतान्न परं कलहे अभिराम गुणाकर दाशरथे जगदेक धनुर्धर धीरमते रघुनायक राम रमेश विभो वरदो भवदेव दया जलधे अवनीत नया कमनीयकर रजनीकरचारुमुकाम्बुरुहं रजनीचरराजतमो मिहिरं महनीयमहं रघुराममये सुमुखं सुहृदं सुलभं सुखदं स्वनुजं च सुखाय ममोगशरम् अपहाय रघोद्वहमन्यमहं न कथञ्चन कञ्चन जातु भजे विना वेङ्कटेशं ननाथो ननाथ सदा वेङ्कटेशं स्मरामि स्मरामि हरे वेङ्कटेश प्रसीद प्रसीद द्विजं वेङ्कटेश प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ विना वेङ्कटेशं ननाथो ननाथः सदा वेङ्कटेशं स्मरामि स्मरामि हरे वेङ्कटेश प्रसीद प्रसीद द्विजं वेङ्कटेश प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ अहं दूरतस्ते पदाम्भोजयुग्म प्रणामेच्छयागत्य सेवां करोमि सकृत्सेवया नित्यसेवाफलं त्वं प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ प्रभो वेङ्कटेश अज्ञानिना मया दोषान्न शेषान् विहितान् नरे क्षमस्वत्वं शेषशैलशिखामणे अज्ञानिना मया दोषान्न शेषान् विहितान् नरे क्षमस्वत्वं शेष ईशानां जगतोऽस्य वेङ्कटपतेर्विष्णां परां प्रेयसीं तद्भक्तस्थलनित्यवासरसिकां तच्छान्तिसंवर्धिनीम् ईशानां जगतोऽस्य वेङ्कटपतेर्विष्णां परां प्रेयसीं तद्भक्तस्थलनित्यवासरसिकां तच्छान्तिसंवर्धिनीम् पद्मालङ्कृतपाणिपल्लवयुगां पद्मासनस्थां श्रियं वात्सल्याधिगुणाज्वलां भगवतीं वन्दे जगन्मातरम् श्रीमन्कृपाजलनिधे कृतसर्वलोकसर्वज्ञशक्तनतवत्सल सर्वशेषिन् स्वामिन् सुशीलसुलभाश्रितपारिजात श्रीवेङ्कटेशचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। कंप्लीट ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ? आनो पुरार्पित सुजात सुगंधि पुष्प सौरभ्य सौरभकरौ समसन्निवेशौ सौम्यो सदानुभवनेऽपि नवानुभाव्यौ श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। सद्य विकासि समुदित्पर सान्द्रराग सौरभ्य निर्भर सरोरह साम्यमात्मां सम्यक् स्वसाहसपदेषु विलेखयन्तौ श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। रेखामयध्वज सुधाकलशातपत् वज्राङ्कुशाम्बरकल्पशङ्खचक्रैः भव्यैरलङ्कृततलौ परतत्त्वचिह्नैः श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। ताम्रोद्धिरद्युतिपराजितपद्मरागौ भागैर्महोभिरभिभूतमहेन्द्रनीलौ उद्यन्यकांसभिरुदस्स शशाङ्कभासौ श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। सप्रेमपीति कमलाकर पल्लवाभ्यां संवापनेऽपि सपदिक्लममाददानौ कान्ताभवाग्मन सगोचर सौकुमार्यौ श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। लक्ष्मीमयीत धनुरूपनिजानुभावनीलाधिदिव्यमयि शीतरपल्लवानाम् आरण्यसङ्क्रमणतक्किल सान्द्ररागौ श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। नित्यानमद्भिति शिवाधिकिरीटको प्रत्यप्तदीप्तनवरत्नमः प्ररोहैः नीराजनाभिधिमुदारमुपाददानौ श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। विष्णापदे परमयुत्युदितप्रशंसौ यौ मध्ववुत्सहिति भोग्यतयाप्यपार्थौ भूयस्तदेधि तव पाणितलप्रदिष्टौ श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। वार्ताय तत्सदु ससारथिना त्वयैव योगश्चितौ स्वचरणौ शरणं व्रजेति भूयोऽपि मह्यमियतौ करदर्शितौ ते श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। मन्मूर्तिकालीयपणे विकटाटवीषु श्रीवेङ्कटाद्रिशिखरे शिरसे सुधीनां चित्तेऽप्यनन्यमनसां सममाहितौ ते श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। आम्लानवृष्टधवनीतलिकीर्णपुष्प श्रीवेङ्कटाद्रिशिखराभरणायमानौ आनन्दिता किल मनोनयनौ तवैतौ श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये प्रायः प्रपन्न जनता प्रथमाय गाभ्यौ मातुस्तनाविव शिशोरमृतायमानौ प्राप्तौ परस्पर तुलामतुलान्तरौ ते श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये सत्त्वोत्तरै सतत सेव्य पदाम्बुजेन संसारतारकदया दृगञ्चलेन म्योपयन्त्रमुनिनाममदर्शितो ते श्रीवेङ्कटेश चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीसश्रिया घटिकया तदुपाय भावे प्राप्ये त्वयि स्वयमुपेयतया स्फुरन्त्य नित्याचिताय निरवध्य गुणाय तुभ्यं सां किङ्करोरुषगिरीश न जात्वमह्यम् श्रीसश्रिया घटिकया तदुपाय भावे प्राप्ये त्वयि स्वयमुपेयतया स्फुरन्त्य नित्याचिताय निरवध्य गुणाय तुभ्यं सां किङ्करोरुषगिरीश न जात्वमह्यम् शङ्कान्ताय कल्याणनिधये निधयेऽर्थिनां श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम् श्रीयङ्कान्ताय कल्याणनिधये निधयेऽर्थिनां श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम् लक्ष्मी सविभ्रमालोकशुभ्रो विभ्रमचक्षुषे चक्षुषे सर्वलोकानां वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् श्रीवेङ्कटाद्रिशृङ्गाङ्ग्रमङ्गलाभरणाङ्ग्रये मङ्गलानां निवासाय वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् सर्वावयवसौन्दर्यसम्पदा सर्वचेतसां सदा सम्मोहनायास्तो वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् नित्याय निरवध्याय सत्यानन्दचिदात्मने सर्वान्तरात्मने श्रीमद्वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् स्वतः सर्वविदे सर्वशक्तये सर्वशेषिणे सुलभाय सुशीलाय वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् परस्मै ब्रह्मणे पूर्णकामाय परमात्मने प्रयुञ्जे परतत्त्वाय वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् आकालतत्त्वमश्रान्तमात्मनामनुपश्यताम् अतृप्तं मृतरूपाय वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् प्रायस्व चरणौ पुंसां शरण्यत्वेन पाणिना कृपयाधिशते श्रीमद्वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् दया अमृततरङ्गिण्यं तरङ्गैरिव शीतलैः अपाङ्गैः सिञ्चते विश्वं वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् स्रग्घोषाभरहेतीनां सुषमाहवमूर्तये सर्वातिशमनायास्तु वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् श्रीवैकुण्ठविरक्ताय स्वामि पुष्करिणीतटे रमया रममाणाय वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् श्रीमत्सुन्दरजामामृतमुनिमानसवासिने सर्वलोकनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलाशासनपरैर्मदाचार्यपुरोगमैः सर्वे च पूर्वैराचार्ये सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलम् मङ्गलाशासनपरैर्मदाचार्यपुरोगमैः सर्वे च पूर्वैराचार्ये सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलम् ओम शांति 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 सर्वं श्री वेंकटेश्वर सुप्रभातं समाप्तम्.
Very nice. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannapadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Vasantaye Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadam Tam Bhattanam Ekadantam Upasmahe Gnananandamayam Devam Nirvalaspatikakrutim Adharam Sarvavidyānām Hayagrivam. Krishnam Kamalapatraksham Punyasravana Kirtanam वासुदेवं जगद्योनिं नौमि नारायणं हरिं नौमि नारायणं हरिं नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः. So today we have a beautiful opportunity to just listen to the recitation of the three stotras of Paramatma Venkatesha, who is a committed Vishnu in the Kali Yuga, the Avatara Purusha of Sri Mahavishnu, and he has also got a story live, and before he ultimately settles down upon the seven hills. So all the ultimately there are seven hills, and so he is very much live to all people. Everybody goes to Tirumala, Tirupati, and Tirumala, Tirupati. That is, Tiru is Srikara, Lakshmikara, Sampadjuktavagat. So Mala is the mountain, Pati is the Lord. So Tirupati, Tirumala, both are same. And in Tirupati, nearby we have got the Almelu Mangapuram, and there also Amavaru Padmavati is there. So somehow in Andhra Pradesh, in Chittoor district, we have got this wonderful pilgrim center for centuries together. And he has been the constant God, constant responsible divinity who has been taking care of the world. And whatever that he should do, he has been doing that. So suddenly we got the idea, how not we try to note the meanings and the messages and also the discipline and instruction for mankind, how best they can behave themselves, how best they can devote themselves, and what kind of bhakti is important, and how Parameswara will be with us. Because as we note down, the Venkatramana Swami Suti tells, Nanatho Nanathas Sada Venkatesam Smarami Smarami. And another important feature is that Sada Venkatesam, so Venkateswara Swami is ultimate to all people. This kind of ultimatum or ultimate point also is being acknowledged in our Vedas, especially with regard to Narayana or Vishnu. Vishnuhu Antimo Devaha Anta. So he is the final God, and before, after him, there is nobody. Ishwaraha Ishwaranam, and Amavaru is Ishwari Ishwarinam, Lakshmi Devi. So both have got that Ishwara Sabdam, but they only divide themselves into male and female for a human convenience. And a mother is a nurse. A mother is an all-round, all-time protector, giving us food and all other care the mother takes, especially bringing up the body and all other things. But father, the Tande, he has got his different responsibility. So that's why mother and father. And so Shakti Swarupam and also Shiva Swarupam, both are always clubbed. That's exactly what is being pointed out by Kalidasa in Raghuvamsam when she says, Vagarthau viva sampraktau Vagartha pratipattaye jagata pitarau vande Parvati Parameswarau. So they are the primordial parents for the entire Jagat. Jagataha pitarau. Jagat is not one time, but it is constantly flowing. Ja is to be Janma, Gat is the Maranam. So the entire world, these lokas are engaged with the Janma and Janma, Jara and Marana. These things, the cycle takes place at all. So today we have seen the three stotras by our Fivalingaya reciting, and it was a wonderful recitation so that we could get a comprehensive grasp of the Suprabhatam, making him wakeful, declaring good morning or good day. And that is one thing that we have seen running for the 29 slokas, written by the great poet whom we have mentioned last time. Then we have got after Suprabhatam, it is gods always expect a stotram. So there is a Venkateshwara stotram, which also is included, where his close connection, deep love, and deep togetherness with Kamala Devi, and so that Kamala Stuti is being done indirectly when you talk about the husband. So always the husband is never independent, nor the wife is independent. Both are together. Therefore, Kamalayata Lochana Lokapate Vijayi Bhava Venkata Sailapate. So Kamalayata Lochana Lokapati. So with that we have seen Venkateshwara Swami Stotram, and that again 11 slokas only, not involving much time. And the other one which our Shivalingaya recited is the Prapatti, that is the Venkatesha Prapatti, which is having very around 16 slokas. And again he has continued and concluded with the Mangalam for Venkateswara. So all these four stotras as a part of a unit, a set, will give us so many other things, and therefore we can have in this particular session, which we have opened up every Sunday, every alternate Sunday, because in our Veda Adhyayana Kendra, we have 2 programs per month. So one is Stotra Bodha and another is monthly meet. And that apart from those 2 Sundays, which we have spared for these 2 regular general programs, just to educate ourselves by inviting scholars in different fields, because our Veda Adhyayana Kendra is a multidisciplinary academic center, like World Association for Vedic Studies. And in India, we have got a wider association for Vedic Studies. And the fact around there is that kind of representation of all of that jointly being done here. In the Bangalore chapter, we have got started in 1995 or 6, sometime then, in the presence of, that was inaugurated by Dr. Bhudev Sharma, R.L. Kashyap, and some other Rakhavendra Rao, a noted advocate in Bengaluru, and so on. All people were there to get the chapter started. And that chapter was started in the Ma Anandamayi Bhagavat Bhavan, where Lakshmi Narayana are present, and so their anugraha is constantly going on with this Kendra activity unstopped up till now. So now reverting to the Venkateshwara Saranagati, next one is Mangala Sasanam, Saranagati Gadyam, and all these things were, of course, there are number of Venkateshwara stotras here because Kalau Venkata Nayakaha anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So Venkata Nayaka, Venkata Ishvara, Venkata Ramana, Venkata Isha. So like that, the Venkata is the main thing. For them, there are so many suffixes or adjectives which will give work for our Venkatesha Mahavishnu, who has made himself authorized, rather specialized in trying to reduce and subdue and remove the various aparadhas. Aparadha sahasrani kriyante aharnisam maya. We make a prayer, aharnisam maya aparadha sahasrani. We will be doing so many aparadhas, hurting the gods, hurting the people, hurting our own kith and kin, and so on. So, knowingly or unknowingly, jnatam va, ajnatam va, doshani, aparadhani, papani, kriyante asmabhihi. We are all doing that. So we don't know the amount of sin, amount of punyam, amount of both mixed activity, but all that is being noted down by Paramatma because he is called as the Chakshuhu Sarvabhutanam. Rather, he is the Pratyaksha Devata watching the. So there is no Rahasyam and Prakasham. In fact, when Brahmadeva visited Valmiki Maharshi and ordained that he should write the story of Ramayanam, and there, and also when Narada Maharshi gave the story of Rama and all that, they have given a condition to Valmiki Maharshi that Rahasyancha Prakashancha Yadruttam Tasya Dhimatah Kuru Ramakatham Punyam Slokabadham Manoramam ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಸಹಸ್ಯಂಚ ಪ್ರಕಾಶಂಚ, whatever is the private life and public life of Paramatma, not suppressing or hiding that, you have got to. In fact, in the entire Ramayana, Sri Rama's true story has been very well depicted, and all secrets have been, no secrets are kept, all expressed. For example, the Kaka episode, the crow episode is an example where the private time that both Sita and Rama had is a grand example. Apart from all that, now let us come to the Prapatti also is there. So Prapatti is a Saranagati and Prapatti, these are the two important surrendering status where you have nothing to claim for yourself. Whatever that we have been blessed by the Paramatma, good, bad, or different, everything you have got to submit before the feet of Devatas or Paramatma, the Vishnu, and he is there to discriminate and accordingly or commensurately give us the phalam. So karma phaleshu tushtam. As you see in Bhagavad Gita, we are going to celebrate the Gita Jayanti in our Kendra regularly, annually, and we used to conduct recitation competition, essay competition, and so on. But now today, this time, we are just reducing only to the Pravachana Karikrama and also the Parayana Karikrama of the Bhagavad Gita, and then some remarks on that. And the flyer has been prepared. It is on 7th December. That's the last program for this year. Apart from the annual day celebrations on 20th, 21st, we have a bevy of scholars waiting to give us complete idea about Ramayana and Mahabharata. What is the message, lessons to learn from them. So, come, now we have begun this talk on this Venkateshwara Suprabhatam, and we have covered 4 slokas where the first sloka is actually by Valmiki Maharshi. That has been, as it is borrowed or dumped into the Stotra Mala, Suprabhatam, as a Suprabhatam, first slokam, that is Vishwamitra Maharshi, in a very polite, affectionate, lovable manner, he will wake that Rama and Lakshmana up from their sleep in his hermitage when they were taken to the hermitage in order to protect Vishwamitra Maharshi's yaga, or which he was doing, but that was being disturbed and spoiled and defiled by the Maricha and Hidimba. Both the Rakshasas are there, and Maricha, Rakshasa, and not Hidimba, and also his sister, Tataki. And so all these Rakshasas were disturbing, pouring blood, pouring flesh into the Yagnavedi and causing lot. But Vishwamitra Maharshi, as you know, did not want to spend on this ignoble activity of controlling or resisting or killing the Rakshasas, his tapobalam. Therefore, he thought best he can hire the strength of Rama and Lakshmana, who were just small boys, and they are avatars of Mahavishnu and also Seshavataram. So that's what only Valmiki Maharshi rather Vishwamitra and Vasishtha Maharshi, all these people know the four boys born are not ordinary boys like we are all, but they are the Vishnu's Amshas and Vishnu's Sarupas. Actually, as the story goes, Vishnu assumed all people to kill Ravana only on condition that they will be born as four brothers. He divides himself into four brothers, and that's the Ramayana story begins. Anyway, so here the first sloka tells us Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Rama Uttishta Uttishta Narasardula ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ನನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಆನ್ಹಿಕಂ ದೈವಂ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಂ. See, daily routine dinachari is there. Annikam andre all that activity that you do during the daytime. That's why. But Sandhya Vandana, Puja, etc., all religious rites that you are just doing, Sandhya Vandana begin with Snanam. Snanam, Sandhya, Japa, Homa, Pradakshina. Well, like that we have got the sequence that has been pointed out by our Smritikaras, Parasara Maharshi, Manusmriti, or Yajnavalkya. All these people have given our religious calendar, and the amount of attention towards and time that's spent depends upon people. But as the times change, the amount of sparing time for that is different. But it should be Daivam, divine, connected to Devas. Whatever is connected to God is called Deva, Daivam. So, Daivam Anhikam, that which is done during the daytime, at the beginning of that, soon after the bath. Kartavyam, you can't escape it. See, the word Kartavyam is an imperative second person singular, being that this is something obligatory and you cannot skip it. So, and even Bhagavad Gita, the whole Gita talks about the karma thread between karma, bhakti, jnana, and any yoga you take up. All through all 17 yogas, karma is thread. When you take 17 yogas and Gita as beads to make a mala of Gita, then the karma as a thread keeps going all through the beads of that. So like that, it is a Daivam Anhikam Kartavyam. You have to do the divine austerities. So Nishthatvam, Brahma Nishthatvam, Brahma Paratvam, Brahmanveshanam, Brahmavadinaha, Brahmajnana, Vella Brahma, Brahma, Brahma Bharat. That is something noble. Brahma does not mean only always God, but it means something noble, something that will make you really better. That's why Uttishta Devamanhikam. And small boys do not get up immediately at one call or two calls. You have to repeat many times, get up, get up, get up. And sometimes that's why once more he says that Uttishta, Uttishta, Govinda, Uttishta, Garudadhvaja, Uttishta, Kamalakanta, Uttishta, Yakappa in ಬೆಳೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಸುಸ್ತ್ಯಾವೈ ಮುದ್ದಾಗಿ ಆ ದೇವತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಎಬ್ಸಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಡೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೋಲಿಂದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಿಂಸೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. The small children, when they are sleeping, you have to be very kind, compassionate, and then you must use such a fine method. That's why he called Govinda, Garudadhvaja, Kamalakanta. You observe, Govinda is a special name which everybody adopts. Govinda ante potayi papalu. Govinda smaranena dosha pariharo bhavati anta. So Govinda, Govinda, Govinda చెప్తా ఉంటే then you will understand that because go has got several meanings. Go means bhumi. Go means the cow. Go means Vedas. Go means gnanam. So many meanings are the word. So vindati, obtains. So Govinda ಅನ್ನುವಾಗಲೇ Narayana, Venkatesha, he will be able to bestow in all of us according as the individuality claims. And normally gnana prapti. But who can give you gnanam? So gnana prado devaha. And ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಜ್ಞಾನಾಚಾರಿ, ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋನು ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠಂ ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಂ ಭಜೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಚಾರ್ಯಸ್ ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ranks highest, beyond whom there is nobody, because there is one ಚಿತ್ರಂ ವಟತರೋರ್ಮೂಲೆ ಶಿಷ್ಯ ವೃದ್ಧಾಃ ಶಿಷ್ಯಾಃ ಗುರುಃ ಇವ ಗುರೋಸ್ತು ಮೌನಂ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನಂ ಶಿಷ್ಯಾಃ ಚಿನ್ನ ಸಂಶಯಾಃ. So this is how the whole show goes like. Therefore, he is a Govinda. And there is a story also behind this. Govinda. Actually, some time back, he went to ask for a cow because he wanted food. So he wanted to one cow hire, and he went to a cow pen and asked the owner of the cow pen, asked him, sir, ನನಗೊಂದು ಗೋ ಕೊಡ್ತೀಯ ಗೋದಾನ. ಆ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ he refused to give the cow, and ಅವನು ಇನ್ನೇನು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ just 1-2 times ಕೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಟೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆದರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ he wanted to give the Govinda. So he went on calling him. He was climbing the steps and going to his hill. Then he went on calling Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. So, but ultimately, he did not come back to receive the cow, to accept the cow. But the cow remained with the cow herd. And so that is the story, one of the stories, how he became. That is, whenever he says go, you take your cow. And that means Govinda Anavaga, whatever the available thing that is signified or meant by the word go, all that is belonging to Paramatma. So Bhumi over there, Bhumi Sutaya. So Bhumi Suta is also his wife. First of all, Bhumi Suta, next only Lakshmi. That's why whenever you show Venkateshwara Swami temple ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರೇಂತಾರೆ ಮಂಗಳಹಾರತಿ ನೋಡುವ ದೀಪ ತೋರಿಸುವಾಗ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ದೇರ್ ವೋಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಆ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಸ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗೆ ದೀಪ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಭೂದೇವಿ ಶ್ರೀದೇವಿ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಇದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಂದರೆ ಅವರು ವಿಷ್ಣು ಈಸ್ ನೆವರ್ ಇಮ್ಮೊಬೈಲ್, he is never stationary. Vishnu is not sthanu. The sthanu shabda, that is a pillar, stable, undynamic, static. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಥಾಣು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮಂ ಸ್ಥಾಣು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇಲ್ಲಿ he is said to be Garuda is the falcon or Vainateya. Dhwaja andre indicate whenever Garuda comes, whenever Garuda is seen, Mahavishnu is being indicated. ವಾಹನವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಓನರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸಲ ಮೋಸ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ದಿ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಟು ಸೈನ್ ಬೋತ್ ಅಟ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಅದೊಂದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹೋಗಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರೋ ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ 10 o'clock or 9:30 ವೆನ್ ಕಾಲೇಜು ರಿಓಪನ್ಸ್, ಆವಾಗ ಹೋಗಿ ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ 5:30ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, 4:30, 5:30 ಕೂಡ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಆ 5:30 ಅರೌಂಡ್ one has to put a signature and in the register and go. So morning and evening signature ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಆವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು ಕೆಲವು ಲೆಕ್ಚರರ್ಸು, ದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಆಟೋ ರಿಕ್ಷಾ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೇರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅವೇ, ಲೀವ್ ದರ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಗ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆ ಪ್ಯೂನ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಇರಬೇಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರ ಗಾಡಿ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಇರಬೇಕು ಸರ್, ಅವರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ದೇರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನಿವೇ. ಸೊ ಗರುಡ ಧ್ವಜ ಅಂದರೆ wherever he has got to have a movements, So Garuda Dhwaja. Dhwaja is the victory stambham. So Dhwajarohanam. Recently I have seen the banner on Sri Rama temple in Ayodhya was hoisted and with some 3 symbols in the banner and the color also crimson color, I mean that Aruna Varna. So talking about the Jaya of Sri Rama, always Jaya Rama. Sri Rama, Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. So Sri Rama, Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama, Sri Rama, Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama, 13 lettered Mula Mantram. That itself for japa and people get better. That's why he's called as a Garuda Dhwaja. That is, wherever he goes with his Garuda, he has that kind of dhwaja. And again, one more thing is Kamala Kanta. Kanta andre husband. Kanta andre brightening. Kamala is the lotus. Kamala is the Lakshmi. So Kamala Kanta andre, no, she is the Lord of the Lakshmi Devi. So Sriyapati. That's why next stotram Sriyah Kantaya Kantaya Sriyah Kantaya Kantaya. So Lakshmi Devi, Bharta, husband, Lord, but he is by himself is highly brilliant. Sriyakantaha. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ he is called a ಕಮಲಾಕಾಂತ, ಶ್ರೀಯಾಕಾಂತ, ಶ್ರೀಕಾಂತ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿಯನ್ನ, ಸಂಪದೆಯನ್ನು, ಆರೋಗ್ಯವನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ತ್ರೀ ಶಬ್ದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಇವನ್ ಟುಡೇ ಸಂಧ್ಯಾವಂದನ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಪ್ರವರ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅವರು ಬರೀ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳಬಾರ್ದು. ಇಸೆ ಸ್ತ್ರೀ ಸೋನ್ಸೋ, ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಭಾಕರ ಶರ್ಮನ್, ಶ್ರೀ ಶಿವಲಿಂಗ ಶರ್ಮನ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ತ್ರೀಕಾರ ನಾವೇ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಶ್ರೀಮಾನ್. ಶ್ರೀಮಾನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀವಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವುಮನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ. ಸೊ ಮತ್ಯ ಬೆದ್ ಶಬ್ದ or mat sabda, all will indicate the possession, the embodiment or embossment of that kind of wealth in one's own individual. So Garuda Dhwaja Kamalakanta. ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ದೈವಮಾನ್ಯಿಕಂ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಂ. ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ವಂದನ ಪೂಜಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀನು ಆ ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಾಸ್ಗೆ, ಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಪಡಿಸಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ 3 ಲೋಕಗಳು. 3 ಲೋಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಭೂಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯಜ್ಞಯಾಗಾದಿ ಕ್ರತುಗಳು, ಪೂಜಾದಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯೋದು. ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಮಚ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆನ್ ಎವ್ರಿಡೇ ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ವಂದನ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇನ್ ಸ್ವರ್ಗಲೋಕ. ಸೊ ಈ ತ್ರೈಲೋಕ್ಯಂ ಮಂಗಳಂಕುರು, ಈ 3 ಲೋಕಗಳಿಗೆ ನೀನು ಮಂಗಳವನ್ನು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡು. 3ನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಸಮಸ್ತ ಜಗತಾಂ ಮಾತಃ ಅಂಡ್ ಮಧುಕೈಟಭ ರಾಕ್ಷಸರ ಶತ್ರು ಅಂಡ್ ವಕ್ಷೋವಿಹಾರಿಣಿ ಮನೋಹರ ದಿವ್ಯಮೂರ್ತಿ. ಸೊ ತಾಯಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂದರೆ ವಕ್ಷಸ್ಥಳ ನಿವಾಸಿನಿ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀದೇವಿ, ದಿ ವೈಫ್ ಆಫ್ ವೈಫ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಷ್ಣು. She has taken her seat in the heart over the chest of Venkatramana. So she is called as Vaksho Viharini. That's why we see on his Vakshasthala, Sri Lanchanaha ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So he has got Lakshmi Devi and Bhudevi on both sides of his personality, and therefore, and moreover, you see, he is a Rakshaka. Samasta Jagatam Mataha ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ he is the motherly attitude and, to all beings in the creation, because from him only the creation came. That's why we say Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya Devadevottama Devata Sarvahoma Srimad Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya Sri Venkatanayakasya ಅಂತ ಕೋರಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಖಿಲಾಂಡ ಕೋಟಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಂಡ ನಾಯಕ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇವದೇವೋ ಉತ್ತಮ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ he is said to be ಮಾತ ಶಬ್ದ ಜಗತಾಂ ಮಾತಃ. And ನೋಡಿ, the first Rakshasas whom he subdued were the Madhu and Kaitavas. They are the first enemies to, or they are not enemies actually. They were doing all mischievous and harmful and ಹಿಂಸಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿರುವ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ತನಕ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಕಿಲ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದೇವ ಎಲ್ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ರದರ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಆಲ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ವಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ರದರ್. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ರದರ್ನ ಡಿಥ್ರೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗಳು ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಮಧು ಅಂಡ್ ಕೈಟವ ರಾಕ್ಷಸರಿಗೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಷ್ಣು. ಕಿವಿ ಮರದಿಂದ ಕರ್ಣಮಲೋದ್ಭವಾಹ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಿವಿಮಲ ಆಫ್ ವಿಷ್ಣು. ಆಸ್ a result, they are children only. Actually, all those to whom sannyasa it is given and who is having matadipati or guru, they are karatala hasta karatala janita ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದಿಂದ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಾಶ್ರಮ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕರತಲ ಸಂಜಾತ, ಸೊ ಕರತಲ ಸಂಜಾತ ಅಂತ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ದಿ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮಾತಃ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವರು ರಕ್ಷೋ ವಿಹಾರಿಣಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರ ಪರ್ಸನಾಲಿಟಿ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪುಂಸಾಂ ಮೋಹನ ರೂಪಾಯ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಶ್ಲೋಕಾಯ ಮಂಗಳಂ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಮನೋಹರ ದಿವ್ಯಮೂರ್ತಿ. ಸೊ ದೈವಮಾನ್ಯಿಕಂ ಮಂಗಳ ದಿವ್ಯಮೂರ್ತಿ. ಸೊ ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ರೈಟ್, ರೇಡಿಯಂಟ್, highly brilliant personality. And Divya Murti or Divya Rupe ಅಂತ variant trading. And again, ಅಂಥ ಮಹಾನುಭಾವನಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ? ತವ ಸುಪ್ರಭಾತಂ. ಸೊ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಶ್ರೀ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಶ್ರಿತಜನ ಪ್ರಿಯ ದಾನಶೀಲೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ನೇಚರ್? ಸಂಪತ್ತನ್ನು ದಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ. ಸೊ ಅವರ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ದಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ಲಿಮ್ಸನ್ನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಟು ಅಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಯಂ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯಂ. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ಡ್, ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರೀಲಿ ಬೈ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಟು ಅಸ್. ಮನೆ ಬೇಕು, ಮನೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅದು ಈಶ್ವರನಿ ಇಲ್ಲು ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗೆ ಮಧು ಪ್ರಿಯದಾನಶೀಲೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ ದಯಿತೆ. ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದಿ ದಯಿತ ಆಫ್ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ತವ ಸುಪ್ರಭಾತ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಸುಪ್ರಭಾತ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 3-4 ಶ್ಲೋಕಾಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಕವರ್ ಎ ಫ್ಯೂ ಶ್ಲೋಕಾಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಗೋ ಅಪ್ ಟು ಮಂಗಳಂ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶರಣಾಗತ ಗದ್ಯಂ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. Don't know, but 2 times apart. So much involved. See, in this particular thing, so much knowledge is involved, packed regarding the Charita of Venkateshwara. So Venkateshayanam, Venkateshayanam, and as we read Ramayanam, Ramayanam, Venkateshayanam, one. Stop Marna. Om Swasti.
Om Sahana Bhavatu सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। हरिः ओम तत्सतं। सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु, श्रीवासुदेवार्पणमस्तु। ओम श्री मातृचरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु। ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम। नमस्ते गुरुजी. ಗುರುಜಿ ನಾಳೆ ನೀವು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ ಗುರುಜಿ? 3:30 ಯಾವಾಗ? ಅದು ವಾಸನ್ ಗುರುಜಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ, ಶೇಷಾಚಲಯ್ಯ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಗುರುಗಳು ಹೇಳೋರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ.
Your 3:30 is my morning 5 o'clock.
ನಿಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಅದು ಜೂಮ್ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಗುರುಜಿಗೆ.
If it is there, I'll just try to join some.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
ನೋಡೋಣ.
ಸರಿ ಗುರು,
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಕಾಲ್ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ನೋವು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ
ಈಗ? ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಸಿದೀನಿ. ನಾಳೆನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂಜೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ನಾನು. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗಡೆ. ನಾಳೆ ಮಹೇಶ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ, ಬಂದ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ.
ಸ್ಕೂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ?
ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಹಿಂದೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಗುರುಜಿ. ಏನ್
ಅಂದ್ರೆ
ತೊಂದ್ರೆ?
ಗೋಪಿನಾಥ್ ಕೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರು, ಅವ್ರು ಗೋಪಿಚಂದ್ ಕೇಳಿ.
ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. ಗೋಪಿಚಂದ್ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ.
ಹಾ, ಗೋಪಿಚಂದ್ ಕೇಳಿ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಅವ್ರ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್.
ಹೌದಾ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ
ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೋಪಿಚಂದನ ಕೇಳಿ.
ಹಾ,
and he may plan to take you there in his car because ಸ್ಕೂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಆಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲು.
ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 5 minutes ರೈಟ್, ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇನೆ,
ಹತ್ರನಾ?
ಹತ್ರನೇ.
Look to your convenience, or you go by auto rickshaw
ಸರಿ ಗುರುಜಿ,
or
ಸರಿ.
some such convenience, so that you don't strain that leg
Right.
which is on the road of healing.
ಸರಿ
and
ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಇದು ಆಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಪರಾತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂತ ಇರು. ಆಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಪರಾತ್ಮನ್ ಅನುಪಾತ್ಮಕಲ್ಪೇ ತ್ವಮಿತ್ತ ಮಿಥ್ಯಾಭಿದ ಪದ್ಮಯೋನಿ ಅನಂತ